Alright, welcome back to another episode of Bleach Brave Souls. So, this event story is Department of Research and Development Report number 2. So, yeah, we did the first report episode, which in the first one, it focused on the Tres Bestias, aka Halibel's Fracciones. So, yeah, or as Tres Bestias translates to three beasts in Spanish. So yeah. Now this time we're gonna be essentially focusing on the zombified versions of Toshiro and Rangiku. So yeah. Which I gotta say this right now. I know this one is gonna come off as wrong, but in terms of people getting zombified in Bleach, the 1,000-year blower arc, why do they all of a sudden turn dark skin upon being zombified? Like, I'm not trying to come off as racist or anything. No, I'm not, since I'm Puerto Rican. But, and in Puerto Rico, there's different variations of skin tones for us, but the thing is that aren't zombies supposed to be green though? That's how it's always been in piece of media for me. So yeah, I guess it's because Bleach wanted to make something unique. Like, I'm trying to my best to not sound wrong, but it's just an observation I noticed since I took a look at Bambietta, Toshiro, and Rangiku. So yeah, after they got zombified, because all of a sudden their skin tone becomes darker all of a sudden. So yeah, I thought it would have been like greenish, if I'm being honest, like how every other piece of media. Well, it's just a little pet peeve I have. So yeah. Alright, this time I'll be explaining a phenomenon known as zombification. Zombification is the result of that Quincy girl's powers to turn enemies into zombies. Yeah, you know the one, Gazelle. So yeah. Hell, this bitch turned her own leader, Bambietta, into a zombie. So yeah. Her own leader. Because, remember, Bambietta is a leader of a group called the Bambis. So yeah. Or at least she points herself as leader. So yeah. Like, damn, Gazelle is fucking crazy. That bitch crazy. Those who are splashed with the blood of the zombie girl becomes pitiful puppets, reduced to dancing with her at her whim. Rather pathetic, actually. Yeah, that is kind of pathetic coming from Gazelle, considering that she turns people to zombies just with her own blood. So yeah. It's like if her blood has a virus or something. It seems that Quincy's can only be turned into zombies after they've died once. But for Soul Reapers, it's so much simpler. Just splashing them with blood while they're still alive is enough. Terribly convenient, what you say? No doubt. Since we have the opportunity, why don't we sit back and observe just what happens when a Soul Reaper is splashed with that blood? Let's go. I feel like the event stories is just a way to like expand on this whole arc for Bleach. So yeah. When are we gonna get another chapter of the main one? I wonder. By the way, this is me in recording this on May 31st, but you're gonna see it in, I think, November. That's Toshiro. Like, wow, he's pretty strong. I don't think Bambi's gonna be a match for him. Okay, fine. Hey, you can come out now, Mr. Captain. I see. This could prove troublesome. As you can see, this is none other than Captain Hitsugaya. Tragic, isn't it? A captain of the 13 Court Guard squads. By the way, Toshiro is the captain of Squad 10, by the way, so yeah. Reduced to a mindless zombie. Think that a captain of the 13 Court Guard squads could be so easily manipulated by some mere Quincy zombie girl? Well, compared to the disgrace of that squad of savages who have most of their members turned to zombies. This isn't so bad. Let's go. Let's go. God damn. God damn, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, bro. So yeah. Moving on. There are two distinct patterns when it comes to zombification. First is zombification after death, and second is zombification before death. Key difference in the two lies in whether or not the victim retains their own will. Those zombified before death retain their combat skills and physical abilities, but becomes nothing more than mindless puppets. Besides the presence or lack of will, you have enough. Oh my god, let me read this shit again. Besides the presence or lack of will, have you noticed any other differences in zombification? Yeah, I noticed that there's a darkening of skin tone when it comes to this zombification thing. So yeah, for some reason. To reach our answer, why don't we take a look at another sample? And if I sound wrong to you guys, I do deeply apologize for it, because I was trying to get my point across with this zombification thing, and it honestly just come off, and honestly I didn't mean to have it come off as wrong. So yeah. So two captains and a lieutenant all turn to zombies. So pathetic. It's not even funny. Wow, hi Naku. There's one more difference that arises when someone is zombified by the zombie girl's blood, the color of their skin. Yup, something that I noticed right away when it came to Bambietta. So yeah. And I especially noticed when they showed this shit in the whole thing for Bleach Brave Soul. So yeah. And in the anime itself. So yeah. Like, even the game points out the skin tone changing when zombified. So yeah. which is something that I was talking about earlier. So yeah. And I try to say it without coming out as wrong, so yeah. Unlike ordinary squad members, when a Captain Class Soul Reaper is zombified, the skin takes on a muddy red color. Does this look red to you, Mayuri? It looks more like a brown skin tone, so yeah. The only thing red is their eyes, that's it. It seems the amount of blood needed to turn someone into a zombie depends on their spiritual pressure. If their spiritual pressure is low, a single drop of blood reaching their brain will likely be enough to zombify them. If spirit pressure is high, the injected blood must first multiply itself in the heart before traveling to the rest of the body. Which is why their physical appearance changes. Oh, so that's why it's the darker skin tone when zombified. Because the blood needs to travel throughout the body, so yeah. Oh, okay. So that explains why, okay. I was just wondering why throughout this whole time, bro. But thankfully this event story explained it, so yeah. Okay, now let's go to the third chapter, yeah guys. Let's do this shit. Which brings us to the question, how does one deal with a zombification attack? And it oh shit. And the answer is remarkably simple. Through analytics I discovered by using a drug of my own creation. There you go. I can alter the blood composition of those who have been zombified. In layman's terms, once I eject them with my drug, the zombie girls' zombies will become my zombies. Thank you for your attention. With that, the matter is resolved. This lot here shall serve as members of the Kurosuchi Corps unit. Let's just see just how useful they can be. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Wow. It's pretty cool how I was able to learn about this whole zombification thing in this series just from this shit, bro. Is he gone? Well then, let's begin. A touch of compassion exposing the heartless atrocities we've been forced to endure. Everyone, this chief of the Department of Research and Development, or whatever he calls himself, was just standing here, arrogantly and spouting nonsense. He is the most horrid, despicable man, and he treats people like they're nothing. Do you really think you should say all that shit? I'd rather not get dragged into this mess. There are doubts, yes, however. Is now not the time to stand up and speak out against the unspeakable evil that's dragging our corpses from Mundo, providing us than exploiting us for labor. True, and if things take a turn for the worse, that the loudmouth here will end up shouldering the blame. Oh my, look at all of you prowling on as you please. Did you really think a bunch of a rank car could pull this off so smoothly? Damn. Oh. Slam me without understanding the mercy I've shown. The gloominess befitting the lifeless corpses that you were. Damn. Whatever I am to do. Experiment after experiment, followed by yet more experiments, and in the end, senseless human trial. What exactly is this mercy you speak of? Still able to talk. You're proving to be more durable than anticipated. How delightful. Akon will be conducting a durability test on the current Sochi corpse unit, transporting specimens to the designated location. Understood. Fuck you. Wow. Did it. So that's the end of that one, bro. Yeah, that was it for this one, bro. So yeah. And that was crazy, man. Okay, so let's see if they're gonna add more to it. No? Still not? Damn. Oh, the campaign login bonus. Okay. We got 5 burger works, bro. Got a vibe candle, shit. So yeah. Let's clear all shit for the rest of the episode. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, it's just, why do people keep sending me friend requests though? I'm not sure why. See, look at it, look at here, bro. So yeah, that's where I got the news, bro. This whole campaign. The summons, of course. The campaign login bonus, so yeah. Okay. An event story, limit break request. That's a lot of shit, bro. Which is crazy. Okay, login bonus right here, bro. That's the promotion for the thing. Put it whole arc. Login bonus right here. Let's do this now. Honestly, it feels like I've gotten everything. I feel like they repeat the same ones over and over again, bro. With this fucking summons, bro. Like, I already got a lot of these characters. By this point, so yeah. Now when the new shit comes out like this, that's where I get interested, bro. So yeah, in the summons. This week, yeah, those things just we use to elevate characters. That's it. So yeah, got enough to do the first two for that. Okay, it's just the same old, bro. What about the next one, bro? Oh, y'all whack. 5-star one. Alright. Nice. Alright. That's cool. Okay, so that's it for this episode, yeah, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Viper, sign off.